It is only God who truly knows the mysteries of the unseen. But in the old stories, it is said that there was a king of Bani Sasan in the next era. His dominion reached as far as India and China, with his armies and glory boundless and unparalleled. He had 2 sons. Thus both of them were very brave and knights. But the elder son was more aggressive than the younger one in horse riding. The elder son was named Shehryar, while the younger brother was Shah Zaman, who ruled the kingdom of Samarkand. For 20 years, both brothers governed their respective realms with happiness and justice. Eventually, the elder brother, longing to see his younger sibling, instructed his vizier to journey to Samarkand and bring Shah Zaman back to him. Shah Zaman approved it with his eyes and went out to meet his brother. At midnight, he suddenly recalled leaving something behind in the palace and decided to go back. As he entered his palace, he discovered his wife in the company of a slave. Witnessing this, he unsheathed his sword, killed his wife and slave, and commanded an immediate departure. The elder brother was overjoyed to see him and illuminated the entire city with lamps. Whenever Shah Zaman thought about his wife, his heart would ache, and a wave of anxiety would overwhelm him. When the elder brother noticed Shah Zaman's condition and inquired about it, Shah Zaman chose not to reveal anything. His elder brother invited him to go hunting, but he refused, so Shahryar went hunting alone. One day, Shah Zaman sat in his room and gazed out the palace window, where he noticed his elder brother's wife in the company of few slaves. He is shocked to see that the same thing happens in his brother's absence. Upon the elder brother's return, Shah Zaman revealed the tragic news of his wife's murder, and also told him about his wife. Shehryar resolved to witness it for himself. Pretending to go on a hunting trip, he secretly hid in Shah Zaman's room. There, he saw with his own eyes what Shah Zaman had described to him. When King Shahryar realized this truth, the parrots slipped from his grasp and flew away. He said to his brother, Shah Zaman, "Let's go and see if there is anyone else in the world to whom this has truly happened." They both emerged from the palace's thief gate and journeyed for countless days and nights. They arrived at a lush green field by the sea, where a clear spring bubbled forth, and at its heart stood a tree. They sipped water from the spring and settled down to unwind. When the day had passed, the sea was agitated as to what they were seeing. Out of fear, they both climbed up the tree to observe what was unfolding below. What do they see? A towering, broad-shouldered giant with a flat nose strides toward the land, a hefty wooden box balanced on his shoulders. Close to the same tree where they had been sitting, he opened the box and pulled out a large bowl. Then he opened the bowl and a girl came out of it. After completing this, the giant drifted off to sleep. The girl then called both kings to her and asked them to accompany her. She also warned that if they refused, she would summon a giant who would kill them. Afterward, the girl revealed the necklace on which the rings were attached and explained that these rings belonged to those who accompany her in the presence of the giant. She then took the rings from both of them. Hearing the girl's words, both brothers were shocked. Without hesitation, they decided to return to Shehryar's kingdom immediately. King Shahryar entered his palace and, consumed by rage, ended the lives of his wife and all the slaves and concubines. After that, he developed the habit of marrying a new girl each day and executed her the next morning. This situation persisted for 3 years, until people fled with their daughters. The king instructed his vizier to bring a girl each day. Vizier searched extensively but was unable to find any girl, leaving him sitting at home, troubled and distressed. When his daughter Shehrazad saw her father upset, she said, "You should marry me to the king." The father advised that you should avoid ending up in the same situation as the donkey and the ox in the farmer's story. She asked, "What was that story?" The wazir then spoke. "Listen closely, my daughter. Long ago, there lived a merchant.